In their thirst for vengeance, a rogue faction of the Jedi Order unlocked a colossal, godlike machine from a forgotten civilization, only to realize too late that they didn't have the slightest clue how to turn it off. Greetings, my fellow scruffy-looking Nerf Herders, and welcome back to the Infernal Brotherhood. Throughout galactic history, the Jedi Order has endured structural fractures that tore the galaxy apart. Today, we open the Holocron on the Third Great Schism of 4250 before the Battle of Yavin. This wasn't a war fought with massive fleets or dark sorcery. It was a desperate, bloody conflict on Coruscant that culminated in the ultimate cautionary tale of cosmic hubris. Driven into exile, a faction of rogue Jedi stumbled upon the incomprehensible super technology of the ancient Celestials. In their attempt to weaponize a machine built to forge worlds, they brought about their own absolute annihilation in an apocalyptic event known as the Vultar Cataclysm. By the year 4250 BBY, the Jedi Order believed they had stabilized the galaxy after the terrors of previous centuries. But the dark side is an insidious, creeping rot. Deep within the shadows of the capital world of Coruscant, a faction of Jedi began covertly studying forbidden texts, heavily influenced by the lingering historical teachings of the ancient Sith. Unlike later Sith who sought political dominance, these rogue Jedi were driven by a toxic blend of dogmatic zealotry and philosophical corruption. They firmly believed that the Orthodox Jedi Order was actively suffocating the true potential of the Force. They didn't just want to practice the dark side in secret, they aggressively sought to convert the entire Order to their new worldview. When the Jedi Council officially condemned their practices, the ideological debate instantly shattered into a violent, localized civil war. The shining plazas and deep underlevels of Coruscant became a brutal battlefield as Jedi fought Jedi. Though the Dark Jedi fought with fanatical intensity, the unified strength of the Jedi Order and the Republic military ultimately overwhelmed them. Defeated, bloodied, and even driven completely off the capital, the surviving renegades fled deep into the core worlds, seeking a secure stronghold where they could regroup and plot their ultimate revenge. The fleeing Dark Jedi found refuge in the Vultar system, located in the Arrowhead region of the core worlds. Upon arriving, their sensors picked up readings that defied all conventional astrophysical logic. The Vultar system was not a natural celestial formation. Every single planet in the system featured perfect orbital synchronization and structural anomalies, indicating they were entirely artificial constructs. As the Darksiders explored the system, they discovered a network of colossal ancient machines scattered across the planets and orbiting bodies. This technology belonged to the Celestials, an incomprehensibly powerful, enigmatic architect species that had completely vanished from the galaxy around 30,000 BBY. These were the same cosmic builders responsible for creating Centerpoint Station and assembling the Corellian system. For thousands of years, these machines had sat in silent, dominant stasis. But to a group of desperate, vengeful, dark Jedi, this wasn't an archaeological wonder. It was the ultimate god-level armory. Among this array of ancient machinery, the crown jewel was an immense, terrifying gravity manipulation device that the Dark Jedi dubbed the Cosmic Turbine. In broad technical terms, the Cosmic Turbine was an extraordinary tractor-repulsor engine capable of altering physics on a pan-galactic scale. It functioned by projecting high-intensity repulsor pulses, hyperspace tractor beams, and localized wormholes. The Celestials had originally designed and used these turbines to literally drag stars and planets through the vacuum of hyperspace to construct custom star systems from scratch. The Dark Jedi reached a chilling megalomaniacal conclusion. If this machine possessed the gravitic power to assemble a star system, it could easily be inverted to tear one apart. They realized they didn't need a massive military fleet to defeat the Republic or conquer Coruscant. If they could successfully harness the cosmic turbine, they could weaponize gravity itself, ripping apart Jedi strongholds and collapsing enemy worlds into artificial black holes at the mere push of a button. Intent on unleashing maximum devastation upon the Jedi Order, the Dark Jedi activated the cosmic turbine. For the first few days, the ancient machine thrummed to life, its massive internal mechanisms crackling with cosmic energy as the Darksiders attempted to interface with its complex celestial telemetry. But the rogue Jedi made a fatal, catastrophic miscalculation. Celestial technology was never meant to be operated by mortally limited, dark side corrupted minds. The sheer scale, gravity metrics, and hyperspace calculations required to control the turbine were fundamentally beyond their comprehension. Within days of its activation, the machine's safety protocols overloaded. The Dark Jedi completely lost control of the gravity fields. The cosmic turbine began generating an unstoppable, cascading, gravitic feedback loop that warped the fabric of space-time within the sector. The result was the Vultar Cataclysm. In a matter of seconds, the cosmic turbine violently imploded, unleashing a catastrophic hypergravitational shockwave that completely tore the planet Vultar and every neighboring world to absolute atomic shreds. The machine, the artificial planets, and every single Dark Jedi involved in the Third Great Schism were instantly vaporized by their own stolen weapon. The devastation was so complete that it left behind absolutely zero physical trace of the rogue sect. Where a thriving engineered star system once stood, there was now only a volatile, glowing, and completely impassable cosmic wasteland that Republic navigators permanently charted as the Vultar Nebula. The Jedi Order, alongside the Republic, rushed to the sector to assist with the catastrophic hyperspace disruptions caused by the Cataclysm. The event was so horrifying that it became a permanent, heavily restricted cautionary tale within the Jedi archives. Millennia later, during the emergency assembly on Deneba regarding the Krath cult, the ancient Jedi Master Sheodo would openly invoke the memory of the Vultar Cataclysm to warn young knights about the extreme dangers of underestimating dark side volatility. Furthermore, the Third Great Schism permanently altered the Jedi psyche. It proved to the Council that the dark side wasn't just an external threat from the scattered remnants of the Sith Empire. It was an internal, recurring sickness that would continually manifest within their own ranks. The total self-destruction at Vultar established the tragic historical precedent that would directly pave the way for the Great Sith War and the Jedi Civil War centuries later. The Vultar Cataclysm remains one of the most absolute, clean-sweep endings to any conflict in Star Wars history. The Dark Jedi of the Third Great Schism didn't lose to a heroic Jedi blade or a brilliant Republic strategy. They were completely wiped from existence by the sheer weight of their own unearned arrogance. They tried to play God with the tools of creation, and the universe answered by turning them into stardust. But what do you think? If the Dark Jedi had actually figured out how to properly control the cosmic turbine, could the Jedi Order have ever stopped them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you to my creator patrons Aaron Hardy and D. Robert Handy, producer patron David Galindo, developer patrons Chris Androu and Sam Ruiz, and all of the YouTube members. Until we convene again, my fellow scruffy-looking nerf herders, may the Force be with you.